Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Camouflage again. Camouflage again. Camouflage again. Let's go. Let's go. They don't see that. All the wicked man them, the chichi man them. They don't see that. Fire upon them, fire upon them. They don't see that. Fire upon them, fire upon them. They don't see that. It's another one. They don't see that. Too tough, This is too long, low five, where I realize it before sun don't kick off. But that's a rich twist face. Don't let twist face still up with the best dijon. There's no clipping the enemy. Or very, very soon I will make them all mix up. For that, we don't get up easy, cause I believe this style and the lyrics what I feel so. And the single thing way I'm doing is them way I'm taking the side and the look. When they see me, they kill out to me. But as I talk face, I'm back and they shoot me. Oh God, I don't know what you want to, I don't know what you want to say, no, if you know what you want to think of. Every day, they affect me and the dreams. Occasion, I go to jump fire me. Oh. They don't see that. All the wicked man them, the chichi man them. They don't see that. Fire upon them, fire upon them. Fire upon them. They don't see that. They don't see the Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there's nothing at the end. I see it. This kind of smoke for the fire, we go burn them on. Party man, let your ways, let your ways. I'm flying on the back, niggas, yes. I'm flying on the one where they pass it on me behind them. I'm flying on the one that we can say, oh, baby, when we come, don't make it behind them all. I pray for the right decision. Maintain the position, but that's not the mission. I see you, the stress where I dress. Keep that plate, party man, it's protection. All the money really comes, we they don't see that. All the wicked man them, the chichi man them. They don't see that. Fire upon them, fire upon them. They don't see that. Fire upon them, fire upon them. They don't see that. They don't see it's me, one for X-ray, I don't want to cost you. I don't care, man, I keep it there. I focus behind on the cause I didn't pursue. Look now, I didn't keep me okay. You keep me okay, me affect me okay. After that, you didn't talk me on name. You keep me on name, you didn't point me on name. Every day, I didn't see with my enemy, talk with my enemy, with my enemy. Right now, I didn't eat with my enemy, play with my enemy, laugh with my enemy. All I know, man, I make up choose. I still didn't talk, and I know where my lose from. All the money really comes, we don't see that. All the wicked man them, the chichi man them. They don't see that. Fire upon them, fire upon them. They don't see that. Fire upon them, fire upon them. They don't see that. They don't see that. All the money really comes, we they don't see that. All the wicked man them, the chichi man them. They don't see that. Fire upon them, fire upon them. They don't see that. Fire upon them, fire upon them. They don't see that. They don't see that.
All right, hello and welcome to yet another edition of our usual weekend weekly show, Sierra Leone Talent Live Extra program. This is now the 25th edition. And of course, this very edition, they come to you today from a very neutral venue from outside the normal zone. And of course, if you just follow the show live on YouTube, you're there inside Salone, good evening. And of course, if you are beyond Sierra Leone, if you are watching us from overseas, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on the weather condition in your area. I mean, this is Sierra Leone Talent Live Extra program. This is the very 25th edition coming away from this all important space. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel and feel free to share the link or also join the conversation. This is Sierra Leone Talent Live Extra program, the weekly show that comes up on the space every Sunday from 10 o'clock onwards. Apologies for starting a little bit late today due to some personal arrangements. By the way, I mean, for the very first time, the show is coming up on the space, with me trying to beat so many challenges. It has been challenging, but I've always valued my listeners. I've always valued those who have been following this show, and I know very well that my very many listeners have always been very, very much excited to join the space. If you are new here, like I said, kindly um, join the conversation by dropping your comments by this live stream. Feel free to also share this live, and also feel very relaxed to add up your voice. I mean, Silent Extra program comes up every Sunday from 10 o'clock onwards. And in today's show, I've got some amazing guests, some amazing discourse, and of course, the guest for today's show is one of the finest media practitioners, who has since dropped his journalistic lens and took up to public relations. He is Ibrahim Kamara, the head of media of the Sierra Leone Football Association. Ibrahim Kamara has been a journalist for a few years. He has worked for several media outlets in Sierra Leone, including CTN, and at some point was also part of the sports commentary business. And of course, Ibrahim is also known at some quarters as is also known as Incredible IBK, somebody who has also been into music, by the way. So Ibrahim will be to us today. He will be talking to me about how ready is Sierra Leone as a nation to host the 2020 edition of the West African Football Union Zone A female tournament for under 20 national teams. Ibrahim will be coming to talk to us. How ready is the nation? How prepared? He's coming to uh, talk to us about general updates around the Sierra Leone Football Association. Ibrahim will also update us about the activities of the Sierra Leone Football Association. We'll also talk on their highs and lows, possibly. And I mean, where we head into as a nation. Apart from that, I'll also be shedding some light on the persistent blackout in Sierra Leone. I mean, it's hard to tell, but Sierra Leoneans from across districts are in absolute power outrage. They are suffering from some power outrage, and it's almost 12 days today since the Electricity Distribution Authority (EDSA) has since announced to the general public that they were going to shut down light due to routine maintenance. But then, in today's show, like I said, that will be something I'll be discussing later. But at the moment, I've got guest Ibrahim Kamara, who is the public relations officer at the Sierra Leone Football Association. Well, Ibrahim is dignifiedly the head of media and marketing. Simply put, Ibrahim now the head of media and marketing 9 day for talk for the Sierra Leone Football Association. With me now, Ibrahim, they online. You already watch me live on YouTube now from afar. Join me for, bringing Ibrahim. Ibrahim, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, good evening. Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson, for having me on the show. To be on the show for the very first time. I'm thinking about it. I've been also, following proceedings here on this Facebook page. Thank you so very much. It's actually such a pleasure to be the show tonight.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. On behalf of my very self and the sponsors and of course, partners, we are very excited to have you here. Well, this is Ibrahim Kamara. Ibrahim Kamara happened for be the head of media and marketing at the Sierra Leone Football Association. Sierra Leone Football Association, by the way, if you read the name for the very first time, this is the association where they in charge of football business inside Salone. Now the body will get the legitimacy for run football affairs, and also the body the Federation of International Football for able about science.
WAFU, you will be hosting, right, for host this edition of the West African Football 20 female tournament is this month. For be precise, the tournaments they kickstart on the 22nd of this month. Now the Southern Arena inside Bull City.
All right. I mean, this is very huge for the nation. I mean, for the very second time, Sierra will be hosting a female tournament that is a whole zonal competition. But before coming to that, Ibrahim, Salon just don't end the Median Women's League. A lot of things happen. I want to give people a rundown about how the federation have been involved, and I mean, waiting this mean for it and moving forward.
Basically, to start with, generally we know say, female football no strong compared to the male counterparts, and this is not just a Sierra Leonean thing. It's not just a global thing. Then are the facts that they will accept and try and fix, because we know first of all, accept that fact. No able for face and try to bring them up to the level with their male counterpart. That's an established fact. So the current leadership, basically, we don't show determination, readiness, and willingness to ensure, say, we pay more attention, than ever before, into female football. Then I why you see, say, for the first time in the history of Sierra Leone football, we set up a female Premier League board. Because you go agree with me, because you're obviously one of the most outstanding sports journalists we Sierra Leone gets for most of. And this is so because not so because as I'm you, or not so because of whatever favor or whatever what have you, but it's basically as a result of the level of professionalism we can put into the work we do. And me and you travel to Cameroon as well during the African Cup of Nations. And I see exactly the kind of interaction we get with the CAF media here and there. So yes, you would agree with me against this background what I just outlined. So I'm sure you agree with me, say this is the very first time we're hearing about the female Premier League board being set up. You understand?
Yeah.
All this while the who don't hear about the male Premier League board, the Premier League board, Monday Premier League board. This is what we've always been hearing. You understand? And before now.
Exactly.
Until this year, under this current leadership of Thomas Daddy Ibrahim, we took the bold step to set up a female Premier League board to run the maiden edition of the female Premier League. Exactly. And let me also clarify, normally when we say this is the maiden edition or this is the first time the female Premier League is playing, people can tend for confuse and for be we're trying to say this is the first time where a female league they play. No, that's not it. We've been having female Premier Leagues, we've been having female leagues, like female championship, female tournaments, you understand?
Yeah.
Interregional competition, that kind of a thing. But for the first time in the history of Sierra Leone football, this is the first time we're having
a national,
female
exactly.
elite league,
exactly.
You understand, which ended successfully won by Mogbemo Queen. Obviously, apart from the league ending successfully, a couple of days ago, the female Premier League board also staged for the first time also also in the history of Sierra Leone football, awards night, female football awards night, you understand, which also went on extremely successful at the View restaurant inside Freetown.
A lot there for take home from this. I mean, start the discourse from that point because I start the discourse from that point because this is the very first time we get 12 teams from all regions in the country. It's been a long journey, so I want to let you refer how the Salon Football Association can get an team here. Say they reach this far. Some of us that have been following know exactly that they have been qualifiers. But I mean, for the benefit of those who they listen, and let come up from the authoritative voice, you being the spokesperson for the federation. I feel say, I mean, people go really want for a year from you for the very first step. I mean, let's leverage on the opportunity. I mean, from the start, how the teams can come about, how we reach to that far, what does it cost the FA to do historic event?
Having to identify ladies, you understand, constitutes the female board. And we also try as best as possible for get representation in terms of setting up the Premier League board, from across the country. Like McKinney, so who said that you've grown, we had there is a representation from there in the person of Madam. You understand? And a few other people from across Sierra Leone. We get people that win lawyers, people that win teachers, somebody win old football and female football players. You understand?
Yeah.
People from different walks of life. Where somebody win in background and journalism. Obviously, we happen to be the chairperson board winner, Madam Asma James. You understand? So imagine these people who are highly passionate, highly competent, highly hardworking women or ladies from society, and they come together and form this board, which is in fact why we ended up having a very successful league. And also the league, we make sure the teams the most structured female teams now the country. You understand? Now they will make sure we bring into this particular competition. You understand?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we're able to get these 12 teams where, like how you say rightly in the intro earlier on, we clearly cut across. I mean, we make sure the country is fully represented. Every region in that particular league, you understand? And we obviously consist of 12 championship. The champions we win our Mobemo Queens. Apart from the bragging rights, you understand, they also qualify for participate inside the CAF Champions League. That's another good thing also about the competition which also end. Because before now, all the competition will be on the play. They just play this. But this one, the fact that it was an elite league, the champions them get for also go compete with other champions from other African countries. You understand? In other words, they get to go participate inside the African Women's, Champions League. We get to take place inside Liberia. So that's also another very good thing. And the other thing also that it sets the stage for we. You understand? And first of all, for letting world, especially with international partners, see how much serious we are as a nation, about female football. We, in fact, and one of the reasons they wanted to wait today, we can boast of being the host nation for this WAFU tournament. So in terms of funding, it costs really, we're talking about billions of leones here. But we come in as a football federation, in fact, we provide them with the earlier support. You understand? And then government came in hugely also for provide support. You understand? They also get sponsorship from here and there because they can say them more. These are ladies who are very much up to the task, in terms of running around for trying to secure sponsorship, make sure that the tournament move forward in a very competitive, but successful as well, despite all of the little challenges here and there. You understand? But yes, at the end of the day, today the tournament don't put me in the limelight
Exactly.
In terms of female football development. So much that our president, the FA president, has been recognized by FIFA president in terms of union passion for push female football. We all know the opening ceremony to take place inside Makina at the Usum Stadium. We saw the number of people that would be attracted to that particular opening ceremony. We saw the number of people and the caliber of people as well, where that tournament they bring together. The president of this country, the first lady, ministers, you understand, government ministers here and there, and even the mayor for McKinney or whatever. We came under this. It's the biggest unified family.
Exactly. Brian, before we wrap up on this very topic, a lot been really happening. For the very first time, like you rightly say, we get 12 teams will be take part at the Salon Female League. And the most interesting thing for all of this, these teams will participate come up from across the country. And for people where maybe they come across this development for the very first time, maybe they not be ever done preview for know but how the league been come about, who and all that. I go want for like una take una time and check out the Alco newspaper app, and of course try for download previous editions, every other details about it. But for the benefits of those where they listen for the very first time, we get 12 teams actually will be take part. We get Maguna Queens as a champion. We get Kaula Queens from Kenya, when are the one K Football Club from Bo. We get FC Calon from Freetown, the Sierra Leone Correctional Center female team from Freetown, the Sierra Leone Police from Freetown. We also get the Ben Bok FC from Freetown, the female team as well. We also get men from Queens from Kamara. We also get Koya Queens from Koya Mile 38. And of course, we also get of course, yes, Ramke from Bo. So then 12 teams and let me take part in the maiden edition, and I saw the winner then be emerged. But Ibrahim, one very outstanding now all of this now that this female league happened and till it done, we not get any major stopping block. There were small challenges, there were small misbehaviors, but it was never great as the man unit on day. We never see a situation who say teams something very unique where the ladies they don't teach the male team. I mean, somebody they don't.
Which now, we see in fact, you just mentioned that the fact is, this female league start to finish, apart from, listening to challenges with natural, the English Premier League start, but at least there was never any alarming issue where the cause for any dispute for take place, within the league or things like that. Basically, that is one thing where I think the league, the male counterparts them for land from them, and the level of by a great extension, by a great extent, the level of professionalism also put forward by the female premiers. And the professionalism what they talk about, it came about as a result of the passion where the ladies get for the job, passion where they get for running the league. Because what you're passionate about, you're going to do it, something there.
Yeah.
A whole lot of enjoyment. In other words, you're going to enjoy doing it, basically. Just like how we see you do so. Every other person, maybe sleeping by now. Most people must be maybe sleeping by now.
Sure.
You understand? Most people when we all day into the media business.
Yeah.
When you are up doing your job,
sure.
You understand? Examples of time you're supposed to be up.
Exactly.
You understand? Ensuring that you get the information firsthand.
Yeah.
And just for pass them across to fans them out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
It takes passion.
Yeah.
It takes love for what you're doing. You may not you want, but all you get it. But you know something?
Yeah, sure.
You find pleasure in doing it.
Exactly.
So I'm sure the same thing is replicated. This was basically what we saw in the female Premier League board. If the same thing, and this is not to say the male Premier League board are not passionate about
Yeah.
They are failing to understand that, first of all, when you qualify as a Premier League club, you get certain criteria they wait for it. We get to do with the club license requirements. You get financial requirements, you understand, you get content, you understand?
Yeah.
All of them, they can't see that thing. Because even if they're playing a facility, every Premier League club must own their own playing facility. So this thing about not being stadium, not being field, they're not fine.
Exactly.
Let's say you the Premier League first of all, now you get the right to establish your playing field. For example,
yeah.
Arsenal, for example, Emirates, now again, it's owned by them. It's not owned by the English FA.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Stamford Bridge is owned by Chelsea. It is not owned by the English FA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every well-established Premier League club all over the world, you should have all of these basic things. And as a matter of fact, this is what you have to have before the granted or you can be given a license for first of all operate as a Premier League club. You know, sometimes we compromise all of these things because when you try for emphasize this emphasis on this rule, also is to say, hey, we are as I don't want to make us you understand that 2 3 clubs and I'm going to some second for fulfill.
Yeah.
You understand that at least halfway. So we try and, you know, as best as possible from understand with them sometimes. Yeah. Look at, for example, with Babadi Don, just an example.
Yeah.
You understand it? So the Southern Arena now is automatically the playing venue, the home venue for whether it is owned by Bull Rangers
or not, yeah.
As an individual.
Exactly.
Or he being the chairman for Bull Rangers for now, automatically that venue, you understand that it's a home venue. So if all the clubs, that's the point that I'm trying to replicate this, you're going to be fine. If that's all you cannot replicate it for now, stop quarreling with your tools all the time. Focus on professionalizing. You understand that your club, you understand the type of certain things in place to make you great.
Man.
So we saw that the female teams, as much as they can they get everything,
yeah.
but they recognize the fact that people have to focus on developing themselves.
Exactly.
So they were more focused on putting themselves together, having to move from one end of the country to another. You understand in terms of focusing on playing. Imagine a club in the whole national female league, a club, from a place as far as
Kabbalah, Kabbalah. Outside Kabbalah. Yeah.
Yes, beating all of them there, beating all of them down from the city and other places. Yeah. This is without being disrespectful to those other clubs because football is a competitive game. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have respect from where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So it's in the World Cup, we saw Saudi Arabia defeated Argentina.
Exactly.
The whole Argentina, where against the number 1 player in the world. So that is to tell you that football does not have respect for names or geographical locations as the case may be. Yes, and once that ball is dropped on the pitch, it becomes highly competitive. You want to have now you lost. You see what I mean? You have to fight for it. So I believe if all of these clubs, both male and female, they focus. I'm not trying to say as a football federation we don't have our responsibility. Because we have our responsibility to provide the enabling environment. You understand? As we are charged, like I said in the intro, and we have the responsibility legally for run the affairs of football and the country. So we have our own responsibility. Yeah. Same way to the clubs, as much as they get their own rights, they also have responsibilities because they can't be seen no more. Normally, rights they go with responsibility. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who say you rights, the other man is saying your rights start. You see what I mean? So basically, but I think it's a step in the right direction. Sometimes we learn from one another, you understand, in terms of responsibilities, and we exist that as people into the game, in terms of pushing the game forward.
Yeah. So Ibrahim, just before you come and tell me waiting they in store, I mean, the champions for go and represent Salone now the CAF Champions League. Who said they go play other nations them as well. Teams them, clubs they don't qualify for various leagues them as well. from other neighboring countries where they inside Africa. I just want for let Fambulen way perhaps not be done preview to some of the statistics of the Sierra Leone Premier League. Let them benefit from this particular show. While she said go they brace up for can't tell we waiting the next for female football, and before we can dive deeper into the WAFU hosting and we talk about few other things for wrap up. I not just want to keep it too long. I know you're busy. So we get three ladies where stand out now the goal scoring charts, and interestingly, then three ladies are all come up from the provinces. So one day it will be important on the Salon Premier League for the female them, that the Western region dominance be end. Teams that will come up line being show say they can really do with commitment like how Ibrahim says. So we get three ladies where they really stand out, and among them three ladies here you get Kumba Z Brahma where they play for Kaula Queens. In be the top, and of course he scored 26 goals. That was impressive. A history where even male football and never even do na salon football. For a woman scored 26 goals. That particular history start change now. Martin Labi scored the very first goal in this year Women Premier League, and of course, Queens who may beat 1-0 at the opening inside McKinney on the 15th of October. Martin will be able to do this, but of course, it been finished behind company where then they play for the same team. Kumba Z Brahma with 19 goals as a total of 7 goals be separate them. Martin Labi scored 19, Kumba be scored 26. The third person now somebody from Malema Queens. Malema Queens now also a team from the southeastern region, and Malema Queens be happy for clinch the third spot. By them player winner Saletuye. Saletuye been scored 14 goals. So as competitive as it was, Kumba Brahma be receiving prestigious award now the V Hotel inside Freetown on the 5th of May. In front of the Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, in front of the Sierra Leone Football Association President Thomas Daddy Ibrahim, in front of the women's female representing at the Sierra Leone Football Association, and of course other executive committee members. That was a very prestigious moment for the lady. But interestingly, we see the table being get this kind of a shape. Draw 17. So they draw 4, they win 17, and then lost only one game. Magua Queens are the only team we lost just one game and then play 22 games and be able to get 55 points. That was also very huge for them. Kaula Queens became second, then seven draw just one game, and of course they lost 5 and win 16. Then they get 49 points. Salon Police been finished third, and Salon Police been win 15 games, then draw 2, and of course then lost 5 and then be finished with 47 points. Next, will be Malema Queens with 14 winnings, no draw, and of course 8 defeats. Magana Queens be happy for being the only team when not draw no game inside the female league of 2 points. Ramke been finished 5th, and interestingly will be the club where owned by the female rep now the Salon Football Association. We also don't they occupy that position for the very first time. Salon never gets a female rep, but one of the things where we say Madam Aisha Johansson they left as a replica, now that institute female sensitivity at the female and at the ESCO, the executive committee member, by the way, now the federation and then called ESCO. That's laudable, and we see the passion where this kind of women have get for female football. In team, they finished 5th to 39 points. Then self played 2 games, then draw 3, then win 12, and they lost 7. Interestingly, FC Calon, female team been win 10, then draw 6, and of course, then lost 6, and then we end up forget a total of be very close to FC Calon. Then self being 7, win 8 games, then draw 4, and then lost 10, and finish with 28 points. Our very own men are Queens from McKinney. Of course, very old when I go left back for me. I'm from McKinney, and everything McKinney is similar hours. So men are Queens, with a very sad start, be able to fight and then be able to finish as 8, then draw 2 and they lost 12, and then be finished with 26 points. But strikers from Cambia, of course, been same way, so win 5, then draw 8 and then lost 9, and then we get 23 points. Koya Queens, then be Koya Queens are one of the teams where also na team will be spark surprises. Interestingly, Koya Queens they come up from 38, and at the very first time this for let them get that kind of a spot here, for play very competitive league of this nature, according to the officials, and they say. Then we win 5 games, then draw 3, and of course then lost 14. But then we get 18 points and finish 10. Van Bock, Then say been struggle, then start with a very high speed, but later they be drop. They only win one game. Interestingly, Van Bok be the only team who win just one game, and then they drop 4 and lost 17. And then we get 7 points. Then finish equal with Arbitral Queens, the team where gets the award as the fair play award. The team will give the award for being the most best behaved team because then they comport themselves. Arbitral Queens be go through a lot of struggling. Then be only managed to get 2 wins. Then draw just one time and lost 90 games. Then say they get 7 points. So that be the standings of the female league. Ibrahim, Maguire Queens, like you say, go and play other African clubs inside the CAF Women's Champions League, where of course, the nation positive say then we able to represent the nation well. What is next for female, particularly with the Sierra Leone Female League second edition? Thank you. Exactly. I mean, and thanks, Abby. Yeah. Go ahead, Abby. Exactly. Yeah. And that's huge. I mean, sure.
more attractive. You understand? It's going to be more outstanding, and it's going to be more colorful than the one we see first. Because now we've learned a lot of lessons.
Exactly.
Things that we correct, some things that we can better, areas that we can pay more attention to, areas that we can put more funds into. You understand? And make them better. All of these things have been clearly established. You understand?
Yeah.
So now we know the direction we should take in terms of ensuring that female football continues to grow in field. So there's a clear pathway now.
Exactly.
There's a clear picture now. You understand? And the realization also there now. Just the female football, you understand, is capable of go as far as reaching the height where a male counterparts they all they need and will be given, you understand, the attention where they deserve, which is what we are determined as a football federation to do.
Right. So moving forward, IB, is there a date in mind? You know, where would they expect for the National League for Women resume?
So there's no date yet really established that is going to be. There's going to be a date soon, actually,
Yeah.
but it's going to be established and made public by the female Premier League board.
Okay.
And I have to mention this one thing also where the female Premier League board is sort of lax on this, and the media. They had just one media person in Madam Awadauda,
Yeah.
who, as a matter of fact, did a very good job.
Exactly. She was all over the place. I mean.
Yeah. Operating as a media person for a whole league, singularly, you understand it?
Yeah.
It's the toughest thing to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
Ever.
Exactly.
So now this time around, there are plans in place to ensure say we beef up that media team day. You understand that media committee day. You understand it? Just with more people on board. You understand it? Who are going to be provided with the necessary support, be it financial support, moral support, and every otherwise, for able for function and updates. You understand? You understand? Within that department, basically, for able to do their job as a media department, because thing to do. It has a whole lot to do, if not the most important thing to do. You know, we border around marketing.
Yeah.
You understand? If you really want to have a very successful league, you have to first of all start with marketing. You have to market the league, market the league, market the league.
Yeah.
You understand? So, and media and marketing are one area we're very key. You understand it? For getting successful league. So these are areas that these are one of the areas that will be confident we need for better in the next edition.
I mean, so that's solid, and we look forward to them. Still female football. For the very first time, Salon Football Association make a historic appointment, you know, among a total of 13 appointees, 11 are all female. You know, at the talk about the recent appointment where the Salon Football Association make for the national U20 female team. I mean, this is a cry we don't do all along. People are crying. We want to see female running female activities. IB, 11 out of 13. You know, what inspired this appointment? And again, is this a call for show say Sierra Leone is ready to really make female football a priority?
It sure is. Just like I tell you, this league don't sort of be a wake-up call to we all. You understand it? The successful nature in which this particular media is don't serve as a wake-up call. It don't set the stage, it don't set the platform. You know, so now and through the board, the performance of the board as well. Now we also say, okay, you know, when you actually give women the opportunity to operate, to function, and you provide them with the necessary support, they will deliver. You understand? They will definitely deliver. So that is why, in fact, you see, say, you know, in this appointment, just like you mentioned, we brought in, you know, more women.
Yeah, I mean.
And we're just going to put them there and say, okay, don't put them there, but don't wait for them and see. Maybe they're waiting for perform. No, that's not what we're going to do. We put them there and we make sure they will provide them with the necessary support. So we put them there and make sure that we around them very competent women as well. You understand it? For providing them with the necessary expertise and the necessary guide
Yeah.
waiting and they try to do. So yes, so if you see that approachment they have for that kind of a way, that is basically what we're trying to achieve. And that is basically what we're determined in the standard to achieve. So you're going to see more of that kind of debate. And this is not to say it is going to be all women affairs when it comes to female football. No, because in any case, you have to have, a few competent men them also around.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So, but in any case, there has to be more women, in charge of female football affairs. Yes, there are going to be one or two men around, obviously competent, that will definitely add value to which the woman could do. You understand it? But we'll try as best as possible to get more women in charge of running the affairs of women's football.
All right, so
That's the determination, and we will never cease. You understand? Because we see, it's one of the ways that we're going to be able to basically bring female football to the level where it's supposed to be.
all right, IB, we still can't talk more about female football, but for the opportunity of people and way perhaps still they in doubt, like I say, the Sierra Leone Football Association for the very first time make a historic appointment of 11 women them inside a national team appointment out of 13. You get only 2 representatives when are male. It's exactly a week ago, where the Sierra Leone Football Association last Saturday, before this Saturday we pass, so we make the appointment. Two side appoint Hassan MCC as the head coach for the female under 20 team, and then same way so appoint Fatma Raturi as assistant coach 1, Adam Asuma as assistant coach and 2, and of course they also appoint Shekulai Toure as goalkeeper coach, Mariam Amansare as team admin, Victoria Conte as technical advisor, Princess Jackson as mensurer, Awa Dauda media officer, Awana Tufinda Samura kit manager, Mabinti Kamara welfare officer, Makale Kamara fitness coach, Mami Sherif medic 1, Mariam Koroma medic 2. Well, like I say, Ibrahim don't talk around why this appointment is, but this appointment gets specification. I mean, then they go for lead the nation to the women's WAFU. Ibrahim Ali I don't confirm say yes, Salon they host this tournament and the kickoff go happen inside Bo on the 22nd of May, meaning we get almost a week for able to go to the kickoff. And this team get for lead the female team. Earlier they don't assemble 40 players, but now the team don't even file a squad. Ibrahim tell what preparation. Understand say the team for move go Bo tomorrow. Is it true?
Yes, that's correct. The team will move for Campo tomorrow. For Camp one day and begin for acclimatize or travel get used to, the system. By system, I mean it's the same primaries, but I'm saying that because we're moving them from Freetown, away from Freetown, and most of them are beside Freetown, they're base. You understand? Well, I don't want to say most of them, but a good number of them actually. You understand? Are from Freetown and base. Well, imagine having to bring them play there. Would that come on Obama plays? Would that come on FC Kano? Would that come on this? We want to take them away from Freetown as early as possible. Come with them one say that environment, society tournament, for take with this. Then they will get used to them. You get used to this. The tournaments playing ball.
Exactly.
You understand? Let them be that particular feeling there now, and they can very much look forward to kickstarting the tournament proper. So yes, we'll bring them to Bogo, camp them there now, and we'll train now inside it, because obviously the coach don't announce the final squad for the tournament. I'm sure you are also prepared
Exactly.
for that particular final squad game.
Exactly.
That's correct, and it's all to ensure that all in preparations. You understand? We definitely will give it the results we will all want to see at the end of the day as edition, but as a host nation.
Waiting more around the women's under 20 wey Salon go host wey go on for share before we move to few other topics and try for let you go and rest. Yeah, IB. So I actually actually they ask waiting more where you want for share with the. Yeah, I mean, so actually they ask waiting more where you want for share with the audience around the female under 20 way salon the host where you go on for let them know at this moment, before we move towards other activities at the FA and try for let you go rest.
Yeah, so definitely, I will come back and then we will shed more light around the tournament.
Okay.
Because as it is right now, we're still trying to put a bit more details together. We will give you a handful of information for sending out there. But what is for sure is that the WAFU Zone A constitutes of 9 countries. And then 9 countries they are Salon, Mali, Senegal, Guinea-Bissau, Gambia, Mauritania, Ibrahim, 9 countries basically.
All right.
And as it is right now, we're expecting all 9 countries for converge inside goal for the tournament because there has not been any country we don't pull out. Should that be a nation where we pull out of the tournament, it will be communicated to the public through WUNA with the class of the first state as well.
Okay,
so we're looking forward to the kickstart of the tournament and the teams that are looking for just in the 3 days, 3 days,
yeah.
to the start of the tournament. The tournament is start on the 22nd, on the 20th. The teams are for not making for jet. You understand that?
Yeah.
And the tournament kickstarts on the 22nd. For now, this is what we know for sure. Every other details could definitely be published by the media department of the FA.
No, sure.
On the program for talking more around the organization of this tournament.
No, sure. We definitely go also let forget you again because I mean the people have been waiting for this opportunity, and I feel say by me screen board now, I they get a lot of YouTube viewers, where they follow this stuff. As I speak, I get up to 11 YouTube viewers for the very first time. For I get 11 YouTube viewers since I moved to YouTube. By the way, this is the 3rd edition on YouTube, the 25th edition of the show. Earlier I'll be there Facebook. We don't get a huge standing, so we decide for cross the board. I mean, as will be they say. But Ibrahim, is there a U-turn already? Because I see they talk about Bobo. Is the tournament not going to play in Bo and Kenema simultaneously anymore?
No, it's just Bo because we just want to do it in Bo because not only the reason why first of all the last edition was not on the 20, it was the senior.
Yeah.
It was not on the 20, it was the senior.
Yeah.
Team. Yes, this was why we actually did it both Bo and Martinez simultaneously.
Okay.
But this time, WAFU, because of some logistical constraints from the part of WAFU,
Okay.
they don't decide to just get an one venue. And besides, the quality of the venue as well.
Okay.
That's because when you check, you will see say we're seriously constrained in terms of standard play venues right now in the country.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For example, against a standard surface.
Okay.
There's a difference between the playing surface and the playing facility.
Exactly.
You understand? So in every stadium, you have the surface, you have the facility. And this was why people have been getting it wrong when the FIFA field testers that become the test the Southern Arena confirm and say the surface is day up to standard and it qualified for most Class A matches. That was for the surface on which the match is played, not the facility itself as the stadium. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So like Kennyman, so that the fourth, they qualify for letting the Messi play there.
Yeah.
But you have all of them peripherals play there.
Yeah.
But you have all of them peripherals. You understand? They will make up the stadium facility. Like you have dressing rooms, you have toilet facilities, you have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of these things.
Exactly.
And when you look at Kennyman doesn't got these things where I just mentioned. So,
Okay.
and if you're hosting an international tournament, you have to get the standard dress, for example. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Kennyman doesn't have it.
Okay.
Yes, and
Yeah.
even if any stadium, all of the things that were just mentioned, so they have to be brought up to speed. They have to be brought up to standard.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, the
So
talks may be okay,
yeah.
but like I say, you don't travel. I mean,
Exactly.
you get to, yeah, you don't travel, you don't go witness international tournaments. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly. So, so for you to follow the show, Ibrahim just to say the tournament will only play now Bo now, countering the earlier announcements. And we really wish for let play na Kenema and Bo, but because Kenema lacks some small, facilities at the stadium, apart from the surface where okay, just like what you don't say, there is no sufficient provision for host people on a conducive note, especially for standard dressing room, press gallery, all of that put together. So the tournament will actually play in a bowl throughout for 2 weeks and it will start the 22nd. So moving away from this, Ibrahim, the national male team Leone Stars, they set for them fifth appearance inside the qualifiers out of 6 where we expect to happen. And already there is a date, June 14 or 16. June 12 or so, June 16 or 14, would they expect the national team for let them go inside Liberia for host with home game. This also don't keep people worried. But let me start with the 36 home base player where they into training. How then they fare on?
Yeah, I mean, they feel well, because this is also a strategy by the head coach
Okay.
for identify the few players them where he will pick up from home to match them up with the foreign based players. That's basically the idea. That's the strategy. Yes, so they don't commence training and they're doing.
Okay. Okay. So Ibrahim,
Yeah, the good news is most of them were there into this training. They're
yeah.
waiting on this training pool of players.
Yeah.
They're doing extremely well at the league right now.
Okay.
Look at what this Jose is doing.
Exactly.
In just 2 matches, he has scored about nine the reason I understand says he didn't practice score a hat trick or thereabout.
Exactly.
Last time he scored 6 scores in a single match.
I mean,
Today he scored in just 2 matches.
yes,
Imagine that.
but interestingly, Zozi wasn't part of the squad. But Ibrahim will talk about this in the next move. So I just want for all you day and bring you closer. Let you just wrap up on the pool of referees them. We don't get some international training recently and give you final message for the show.
Yeah, but before coming to the referees, when I mentioned in zones, like that's one that I call it's not fixed.
Okay.
In other words, it's not like okay, any other player will shoot up or will improve, we will still left out.
Okay.
There's always an opening to bring in new players.
Okay. Okay. No, that's cool.
I was just trying to say
No, that's cool.
back home,
Yeah.
when they play,
Yeah.
the coaches are getting the opportunity to now look at the players in back home, both the one that win enough ball or the one with enough ball set.
No, exactly. I know late call up are also sure, but just for be clear, people will also take and say, we're not seeing name. And there is a lot of controversy around that. And there is even a deeper controversy I not even want to go to because of the platform. I just want for keep and that. But like you say, looking forward to late call up and how the league don't they play the exposed talent. We don't they see so many people they come up. Now the referees, nearly 100 referees don't benefit from several training from FIFA. Just wrap up on that day and give you final word for the show. Hopefully, I will bring you back, but just now I go beyond the 1 hour where I be always say I'll get you on board for.
I'll